Happy April Fool's Day, guys. It's already been an exciting day at the spa. We're getting a new parking lot, if you can hear all those loud noises out there. And we have just enough time for like a little mini face sculpting before I have to get on this conference call. The waist trainers are coming in on Thursday. We're gonna have our first shipment. And these are not just normal waist trainers. These are like a back brace. It actually like helps you work out. So whenever you're stretching, it provides resistance. So, oh my gosh, it's so amazing to do like Pilates and stuff. Pretty much anything. So yeah, we're getting a new parking lot. And me and one of my clients were joking, kinda. And she was like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of guys out there. I was like, oh, are there any hot ones? I got like a whole list of things to fix at my house. But we kind of looked, and I think they deported all the hot ones. Nothing to see out there. But hopefully the parking lot's coming in soon. Another crazy thing that happened today. So I've been seeing so many people with like the jab injuries, and it's always something new all the time. One of my lovely ladies, we were doing a non-invasive breast enhancement on her, as well as some post-operative healing from a tummy tuck. Just getting rid of all that scar tissue. And she was telling me that after having the jab job, the doctors thought that she had rheumatoid arthritis. But the thing that was weird about it is it was only showing up on her right arm and her right hip in the arm that she got the jab in. So it was showing up as RA in her charts, but there was no evidence of that other than the pain. Super weird, right? They wanted her to take Humira, which is actually a chemo medication. They wanted her to be taking chemo. What? Anyway, so as part of the non-invasive breast enhancement, we have to work on all the Chapman's channels. So that is going to get into the shoulder, right? We have to clear all that out. It's also, lymphatic drainage is part of it. And when we got to this part, oh my gosh, there was so much crunchy stuff in here. I think she was almost going through like a detox sickness. I've never seen that before. We had to take a little breather, turn the fan down. But then when she came in for her next appointment, that day we were doing the tummy tuck scar, then she said her pain level was usually like an 8 or 9, and it went down to like about a 6. And that was just a little bit, of tightening that up, clearing out whatever the heck was in her shoulder, right? And I was like, awesome, well, let's do the hip too. So we did the hip last week. Immediately when she got off the table, she did a couple stretches and she started crying happy tears because so much of the pain was already gone, and she had mobility that she hadn't had in years, since before she got the jab. And her husband tries to like stretch her out a lot. So even he said that he could tell a difference in how movable she was. So today we did a super one on the shoulder. It already looked 10 times better. Same thing when we got her on that same area. She was almost having a little bit of that like detox sickness. Sometimes like you can get it from, saunas, cupping, really deep tissue massage. But we were not even like going that hard, which was like the crazy thing. So another little bonus, a lot of times people come here and they're wanting to fix things aesthetically, but since of all of the modalities that we use here help the body be healthier as a whole, and then that's what leads to you looking better. It's just always fun to see the cool side effects. Like all the side effects that we ever see here are like awesome extra like bonus side effects. Like, oh my gosh, I feel better. I have more mobility. So I'm excited to see what more we can do with her. I'm also excited to say what if that changes the results in her test moving forward. So she has talked to her GP about it. She doesn't want to even talk to the rheumatologist people anymore because they just want to give her chemo drugs, which understandable. Especially when the thing that caused it to beginning was drugs recommended by a doctor. So anyway, it's just so crazy to me. I'm sure I'm gonna be getting more and more stories of that kind of stuff moving forward. Most of the problems, I would say, are always like weird, some kind of weird autoimmune thing. And it's usually not just one weird autoimmune thing, it's like a combination of autoimmune things. And, you know, people come here to help them like detox, to help the circulation get flowing better, the lymphatic system flowing better. And, you know, detoxing these days is so important for so many reasons. It's just amazing to me, all of the crazy health stuff that I hear about from that, and people are still like, jab, 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 booster, jab, jab. So, anyway, if you guys have had any complications with that, let me know in the comments. Either send me a DM, or if you feel comfortable, leaving it in the comments. You know, collecting all of these stories, especially if you've got, you know, lab work and stuff to go with it, is really a big part of creating solutions in the future, because we can figure out what's actually going on, you know, like real science, where you do a bunch of experiments and then you collect the data from that and then you see what that is. Yeah, so you have to do the experiment first, right? Then you collect the data, then you analyze that data and move forward from there. That's how that works. So, you know, the more information we have, we collect, we can connect the dots and work together to get people a lot healthier, a lot happier. Keeping your lymphatic system clean, which is all the stuff that I'm clearing out here, it's a big part of that, especially around the Chapman's channels. We have 3 little spots, 1, 2, and 3. They're little indentations. And those are little pathways, little channels for toxins to travel out and then back to be cleared out by the body. We also have them, they line the hips. 1, 2, 3. So whether you've had surgery or any kind of weird genetic whatever, if you're totally healthy, those areas are clogged up anyway. That's also what can contribute to stuff like love handles, that inner thigh fat. So we can clear that out and you're gonna look a lot more snatched, your skin's gonna look a lot tighter, and you're gonna feel a lot better. A lot of people also report increased mobility because obviously if you've got a bunch of chunky stuff in here, then your joints are not gonna be able to like move like how they're supposed to, right? If you get rid of what is blocking them from moving properly, not only does it make you look better, but it also makes you feel better. When you have better mobility, it's also going to prevent you from having injuries long term. So it's always important. Yeah, of course we want to look good. Who doesn't want to look good? But we want to be able to feel good and enjoy our body moving as its best self, also as long as possible. Because if your body isn't moving right as it can, there's like, you're just not going to be looking as best as you can. Ooh, we get all in that neck. Same thing with the face and the sinuses. I like one more squirt. When we clear out those sinuses, we can breathe better. We can sleep better. I mean, I don't go Google all the benefits of being able to breathe better, on top of looking way better. So, also, like if you've had surgeries, we've had a couple people today who had facelifts about 10 years ago and were ready for a new one, but luckily found me first. Because not only are we getting rid of a lot of the scar tissue from the first facelifts, which is going to help them be better, but they're going to look even better because we're making the skin younger on a cellular level.